Let's talk about count and non-count nouns. Some nouns can be counted. 1 student, 3 people, 5 parents, 0 pens, 88 bottles, $12, 5 years, 8 months, 3 hours. Now you notice with all of these, we can say how many there are. Other nouns cannot be counted. We can't point to them and say 1, 2, 3. Water, air, gas. Salt and the spice pepper. Loyalty, pollution, information, money. None of these nouns can be counted. Let's pay attention to some notes. We do not add S to form a plural if we have a non-count noun. There is 1 grain of sand in my shoe. There is so much sand on the beach. In both of these sentences, I'm talking about sand. In the first, there's just 1 grain of sand. In the second one, obviously I'm talking about a lot of sand. Nevertheless, I do not add an S. Sometimes we can put a non-count noun into a countable container. In the earlier example, I said 1 grain of sand. This is a little bit different. I have a bag of sand, or I have 5 bottles of water. Now we can count the container. I can count how many bottles. I can count how many bags. That doesn't change the fact that sand and water are still non-count nouns. Moreover, we can use other words. 3 drops of water, 1 grain of salt. I'm going to send you this PowerPoint, and here are links to more examples. Now, this is kind of interesting. Count nouns can belong to a non-count category. What does that mean? The word food is a non-count noun. However, it includes things like noodles, hamburgers, apples, tacos. Fruit is a non-count noun, but it includes things like apples, pears, bananas. Furniture is non-count, but it includes chairs, tables, couches. Equipment is non-count, but it includes things like printers, ropes, tractors. Weather is non-count, but we can count storms, hurricanes, typhoons. Work is non-count, but it includes things like a job or a position, or I've had many jobs in my life. Jewelry is non-count, but I can say how many rings, necklaces, or bracelets I own. Money is non-count, but I can count how many dollars or pesos or coins I have. Clothes are non-count, but I can have a pair of pants, 5 shirts, many dresses. Footwear is non-count, and it includes shoes, sandals, boots. Housing is non-count, but I can count apartments, houses, condos. Silverware is non-count, but forks, spoons, and knives are count. When do we use a versus an? When do we use some, or a lot of, or lots of? Many versus much, few versus little or a little, an apple or some apples, an apple, some fruit. Now notice, an apple is a count noun, a single count noun. Some fruit is non-count, but I use the word some the same way I used the word some earlier to talk about the fact that I have more than one apple. I have some apples. I can have a lot of apples. I can have lots of fruit. I can have many apples. I can point to so much fruit. Suitcases are count, so I have a few suitcases. Luggage is a non-count noun, so I have a little luggage. I would never say a fruit, or few fruit, or many fruit. That is incorrect. A and an versus some. A and an are used with count nouns. Some is used with non-count nouns, and it is also used with count nouns. An apple, some fruit. A steak, some meat or beef. A suitcase, some luggage. An earring, some jewelry. Now I'm going to send you the PowerPoint and you can practice these exercises.